Eliphaz's role provides insights into themes of friendship, suffering, and the human inclination to judge others. There are two prominent individuals named Eliphaz in the Bible, and both are discussed in Jehovah's Witnesses literature. Eliphaz the son of Esau and Eliphaz the Temanite, one of Job's three companions. Eliphaz, son of Esau. Eliphaz was the firstborn son of Esau, who was the elder twin brother of Jacob. Esau is also known as Edom, and his descendants became the Edomites. Eliphaz was born to Esau and his wife Adah, as recorded in Genesis chapter 36 verse 4. He became a chieftain among the Edomites and had several sons who were leaders of their own clans. One of Eliphaz's most notable sons was Amalek, the progenitor of the Amalekites. The Amalekites would later become persistent enemies of the Israelites. The enmity between the Amalekites and Israelites is significant in biblical history, highlighting the long-standing consequences of familial conflicts. Jehovah's Witnesses discuss this lineage to illustrate how actions and attitudes can have far-reaching effects on future generations. Eliphaz the Temanite. The other prominent Eliphaz is known as Eliphaz the Temanite. He is one of Job's three friends who visit him during his time of extreme suffering. The book of Job is a profound exploration of faith, integrity, and the nature of suffering. Eliphaz, along with Bildad and Zophar, comes to console Job after he experiences catastrophic losses, including the death of his children, the destruction of his property, and severe health afflictions. Eliphaz is often considered the eldest and most authoritative among Job's friends. His approach to comforting Job is initially gentle but becomes increasingly critical. Jehovah's Witnesses analyze Eliphaz's speeches to understand common misconceptions about divine justice and human suffering. Eliphaz's first speech, Job 4-5. In his initial discourse, Eliphaz commends Job for his past righteousness but suggests that suffering does not occur without cause. He implies that Job must have erred in some way to warrant such misfortune. Eliphaz shares a mysterious vision in which a spirit questions whether any mortal can be righteous before God. This emphasizes his belief that humans are inherently flawed and that suffering is a form of divine discipline. Jehovah's Witnesses point out that while Eliphaz's intentions might have been to help, his reasoning was flawed. He failed to recognize that suffering can be a test of faith rather than a punishment. His assumption that all suffering is a direct result of personal sin is a key point of discussion in Jehovah's Witnesses' teachings, highlighting the need to avoid jumping to conclusions about other circumstances. Eliphaz's subsequent speeches, Job 15 and 22. As the dialogues progress, Eliphaz becomes more accusatory. In his second speech, he criticizes Job for defending his innocence and suggests that Job's words are unwise. He emphasizes traditional wisdom, arguing that the wicked suffer and the righteous prosper. This reflects a simplistic view of divine justice. In his third speech, Eliphaz makes specific allegations against Job, accusing him of lacking charity and oppressing the needy. Job chapter 22 verses 5-9. These charges are baseless, as Jehovah himself describes Job as blameless and upright. Job chapter 1 verse 8. Jehovah's Witnesses use this to illustrate how wrongful judgment can harm relationships and fail to reflect God's perspective. Lessons highlighted by Jehovah's Witnesses. Avoiding assumptions about others. Eliphaz's error was assuming that he understood the reasons behind Job's suffering. Jehovah's Witnesses emphasize that humans cannot see the whole picture as Jehovah does. Making assumptions about others' experiences or God's purposes can lead to misguided actions and hurtful words. The nature of true comfort. Instead of providing genuine comfort, Eliphaz added to Job's distress. Jehovah's Witnesses teach that offering support should involve empathy, patience, and refraining from judgment. Comforters should listen and provide reassurance, aligning with the counsel found in Romans chapter 12 verse 15 to weep with those who weep. Understanding suffering. The account of Job challenges the notion that all suffering is a direct punishment for sin. Jehovah's Witnesses explain that suffering can result from various factors, including imperfection, time and unforeseen occurrences, and, as in Job's case, tests of integrity instigated by Satan. Reliance on divine wisdom. Eliphaz relied on human wisdom and tradition rather than seeking Jehovah's insight. Jehovah's Witnesses encourage individuals to turn to the scriptures for guidance, acknowledging that human reasoning is limited. Eliphaz's character and approach. Eliphaz represents those who hold firmly to traditional doctrines without fully understanding Jehovah's ways. His speeches are poetic and draw from personal experiences and observations. However, his failure to grasp the true nature of Job's situation illustrates the limitations of relying solely on human wisdom. Jehovah's Witnesses discuss how Eliphaz's approach contrasts with that of Elihu, another figure who speaks later in the book of Job. Elihu waits respectfully before speaking and offers a perspective that more accurately reflects Jehovah's views, setting the stage for Jehovah's own response to Job. Application for modern-day believers. The experiences of Eliphaz and Job are used by Jehovah's Witnesses to provide practical lessons. Exercise humility. Recognize the limits of personal understanding, especially regarding others' trials. Show empathy. Offer support that is compassionate and free of unwarranted criticism. Seek Jehovah's guidance. Turn to the Bible and prayer for wisdom, rather than relying solely on personal opinions or societal norms. Maintain integrity.